how are you going to decide? And this is one of those things where, you know, what does society tell us makes a good marriage?
If you're happy.
Happiness.
Being happy. Okay. What is happiness involved? How do we know we're happy in America? What do we
have what you want.
have? What you want. Ooh, get in our way. If I'm not getting my way, that means she's not letting me do what I want, right? That means time for her to go.
Not only that, but like, I guess you could say like the fairy tale idea, everything being perfect.
Big house,
Yeah.
2.5 kids,
Lots of money.
lots of money.
Yeah.
No one.
Whereas you could be going through like a really awful time in your life. You lose your job and your kids are sick and everything. But the fact that the two of you have stuck together in spite of all this, that makes really good. That is a good marriage.
I mean, I don't know how many of you ever went to, have been to Jordanville before, Holy Trinity Monastery, but there was a monk who's now passed on, God grant him the heavenly kingdom, to Father Averti, Chiromonk Averti. And he was a unique man for anybody who ever met him. You wouldn't forget him. But Father Averti had a really interesting way about him, because he was a convert to Orthodox as well. He had been, just as I am, he had been Catholic. And so he would often mention things that came from non-Orthodox circles. He wasn't always quoting just the Holy Fathers and things. So he said one time that there was some king of Spain who said that a blessed man has 8 happy days in his life. And I thought, what does that really mean? But, you know, it took me a while to think about it. And what the point he was really trying to make was, what we consider genuine happiness is not, you know, like a bowl of ice cream and, you know, our dog curled up at our feet. But maybe that is, you know. I think we have, what I really want to get to is we have kind of a skewed idea of how we should be happy. What does it really mean to be happy all the time? It's like we should always wake up and everything should be just ding, 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 you know, welcome to McDonald's, what would you like? You know, I mean, this is what it should be all the time. And it's just not the way it really works. It's just not reality. Whereas like what Paul says, it's when you have the great blessing to know that your partner, your spouse, has helped you struggle through something, and you're going to make it. You're going to struggle through, even whether you don't make it or not, just that you've struggled together. I mean, those are, you know, I just 6 weeks ago just buried my father. And, you know, he was in hospice, he was home for a couple of weeks, so I went there, and he was in our family, our living room, and died. You know, and to see my mom calm and just sit with him. You know, I mean, this is something that, was that a happy day? Well, it wasn't in the sense of, you know, ice cream, but it was, I mean, it was a great to see that, you know, to see the love between my parents of having spent 40 plus years together and trying to figure out how you say goodbye to your spouse after that time. How you watch the person you love, their body deteriorate and then pass on. And so, you know, this is what the whole marriage thing involves, is all of that. And that's why this question came in. How will you evaluate your marriage? Because what grounds you use to evaluate your marriage is going to determine when you decide it's good or bad, and when you think, am I jumping for the divorce? So ahead of time, if you never think about what makes a really good marriage and what grounds, you know, what basis do you judge it on, then you really got no idea to know how to look at the whole picture. And I would argue that a lot of what society tells us is pretty darn skewed.